Welcome, third graders, to Home Learning Day 25, May 4th, 2020. Here's a quick look at what's on tap today, boys and girls. Let's always try to remember to bring our Seas Behind Trees book and other work that we will be sharing or working on this week to our Zoom video conference meetings. Have that work right next to your computer so we don't have to waste time waiting for kids running around their house looking for it. So, you're always going to need our book, Seas Behind Trees. So make sure that's there for sure. Boys and girls, those are all the vocabulary words that we had last week. I'm thinking that we should spend some more time trying to get these into our head in a more permanent way. So we're going to work on these words right here today. And your job is to practice and memorize what I call the lines cheer. Because it seems like all these words have to do with some sort of line that's connecting or doing something, some form of a line. So take a quick look at these words here while we get ready for our cheer. So get some stretching, get ready to go, and let's get ready to do the cheer. Come on, join on in. Line cheer. Ready? Begin. Point. Line. Line segment. Ray. Right angle. Acute angle. Obtuse angle. Parallel. Perpendicular. Woohoo! 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 Let's take a quick peek at today's daily language review. You can see here that we have to correct this, and it says Sally has went. I don't think that's that doesn't sound quite right. In the progressive past tense, that's what this is when you have has. I believe it's supposed to be gone, isn't it, boys and girls? Shelley has gone to her grandmother's house in Nebraska. Well, whose house is it? Hint, hint, hint. What goes in front of that S? Okay, looks like a capitalization issue here and maybe a period there. How about number 2? He didn't mean to break the glass. It was an accident. It was, an accident. I even said it right away. He didn't. Contraction. What's missing there? Of course, capitalizing. Contraction there. Got to get that fixed up. To break the glass. It's a run-on sentence here, boys and girls. What's going right there? And what's going to happen to that I? Okay. And then, of course, that's the wrong article there. Okay, let's see what's going on here. Use context clues to determine the meaning of the bold word below. He tells jokes and is very humorous. What do you think humorous means if somebody tells jokes? Jokes are supposed to be what? Okay, which word comes first in alphabetical order? Okay, which word comes first? So we have to use our alphabetizing skills where we're going to have to compare letters. Okay, looks like we might have to compare like the third letter in some of these. Well, maybe the fourth or the fifth letter. Ooh, a little bit tricky. Don't give up. Don't be lazy. You can do it. Boys and girls, let's check out and see what's on our prayer workbench for today. Sunday's reading. The parable of the shepherd. John chapter 10, verses 1 through 10. Let's take a close look at that. Jesus said, I am telling you the truth. The man who does not enter the sheep pen by the gate, but climbs in some other way, is a thief and a robber. The man who goes in through the gate is the shepherd of the sheep. The gatekeeper opens the gate for him. The sheep hear his voice as he calls his own sheep by name, and he leads them out. When he has brought them out, he goes ahead of them, and the sheep follow him because they know his voice. They will not follow someone else. Instead, they will run away from such a person because they do not know his voice. Jesus told them this parable, but they did not understand what he meant. So Jesus said again, I am telling you the truth. I am the gate for the sheep. All others who come before me are thieves and robbers, but the sheep did not listen to them. I am the gate. Those who come in by me will be saved. They will come in and go out and find pasture. The thief comes only in order to steal, kill, and destroy. I have come in order that you might have life in all its fullness. Wow, what a beautiful reading. Tons of metaphors. Wow, lots of good reading examples. Let's take a look at some of these. Point out some of the metaphors. You know, we've talked a lot about similes, a little bit about metaphors in our reading, but what great examples. So Jesus said again, I am telling you the truth. I am the gate. That's a metaphor. He's the gate. It's a symbolizing he's the way through. He's the way to heaven for the sheep. And who do you think the sheep are? Yeah, absolutely, boys and girls. You're right. The sheep are us. The sheep are his followers, people he's calling to. So, this whole parable is just filled with metaphoric language. Well, there you go. And you guys probably already knew that because we've talked about metaphors, but that's a great example right there in the Bible. Now, think of your question and be prepared on Tuesday during the Zoom meet to share your question, your teacher-like question, or 2 or 3. Boys and girls, don't forget to spend some time with that word list. Those are vocabulary that come from our reading comprehension skills. So work on those, read those through. If you have any questions, make sure you ask, and you can start working on sounding those out and practicing them. You should know what those words mean, and if you don't know what they mean, you have to ask someone or look them up in the dictionary. So go ahead and do that, and we'll check in maybe at one of our meetings about that and review them a little bit. And I know I don't have to remind you about reading this. I know everybody's been loving it, so that's great. It's fun. We've been having some fun discussions. So keep reading Seeds Behind Trees. So, and remember, as always, go Zephyrs.